it's here. I found something on Amazon that we're gonna have a little bit of fun with. Let's go to the studio. Thing that I've been wanting to do, really ever since I started with paper beads, is creating some really, really large beads. And I did do some in the very beginning out of some poster board, but they weren't big enough. Like they weren't what I was really looking for. So I was actually looking on Amazon the other day, and I saw this. This is peel and stick wallpaper. So my thought is this is like 9.5 feet long, right? So what I'm gonna try to do, we'll see if this works, because it's hard. Like, how do you know what size triangle to use when you have a 9.5 foot long piece of paper? How wide is the triangle and what kind of angle do you cut it at? I don't even know how to figure that out, but we're gonna give it a shot. And the thing I really like about peel and stick wallpaper is you can do this a couple ways. So you could, I'm not gonna do it, I think it would be the hardest thing, but you could take the backing off of it and then it would stick to itself. But if you made a mistake or needed to unravel and reposition, that would be really difficult to do. So I think what I'm gonna do is leave the backing layer on it because it adds extra weight to the paper. And as we know, the thicker the paper, the bigger and bulkier the bead. So this is the pattern I got. I'm very excited about it. It may actually look good for Christmas, although it doesn't have to be Christmas paper, but I just love the pops of red on the black and the green. And like I said, it is 9.5 feet long. So let's see what we can do to make this work.
Because our paper is 9.5 feet long and you probably don't have a 9.5 foot long straight edge, we need to create some guide marks so we can cut our strip using a shorter straight edge. We know that the center point on a triangle paper bead strip, A in our diagram, is 1/2 of the widest width, B on our diagram. So let's size that up for our wallpaper. First, mark the top right corner of your strip, which we'll call B. In this case, it's 2 inches. Second, mark the tip of your strip, which is 1/2 the length of B, in this case, 1 inch. Third, mark the center length of the strip, in this case, 4.5 feet. And mark in from the edge 1/2 of B, in this case, 1 inch. Now, we need to find the edge of the strip. So we're gonna mark 1/4 of B on both sides of your center mark. In this case, that makes 1/2 inch. Now, just connect the dots. You'll have to do one side at a time since your straight edge is shorter than the paper. Now here's me marking my paper using a tomato stake. You could also use a broom handle or anything you find around the house that is long and straight. Once you have the lines marked, it's time to cut. Now I'm using a rotary cutter because it's quick and easy to use with the long paper. Be sure you have a self-healing mat or some sacrificial cardboard underneath so you don't destroy your furniture. It's time to roll, but we have one other issue. What the heck are we gonna roll this on? A regular size paper bead roller isn't big enough. I took a piece out of my Swiffer sweeper handle. Wrap the paper around it and hold tight. After a couple of turns, there should be enough tension to hold it in place. When you get to the end of the strip, just peel back a little bit of the backing and stick down the end. Now, being wallpaper, it is water resistant, but these beads are a bit flexible. So you can use a standard paper bead glaze to harden it and give it some shine if you like. I'll link a video in the description of how to glaze beads. Now, even though we've sized up, standard paper bead math applies. I cut another strip that was only 3/4 inch wide, and you can see my resulting bead is much rounder. So if you want a rounder bead, use smaller widths for your strips. Thanks for joining me for this paper bead tutorial. You can help me out by clicking like on this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Happy rolling!